Hello, Aries, my fire family. How you doing, friends? Elsie here to do a reading for you. And we are talking about your reset because, as you know, two planets, right? Saturn and Neptune showed up in conjunction, pretty close proximity to each other at 0 degree in your sign. So we have lots of stuff going on that's causing a reset. We are going from the year of the snake to the fire horse year, right? That's already happened. We have this Saturn-Neptunian conjunction in your sign. That already happened. We also had an eclipse and a new moon that came up. So look, all of that is about the reset energy. This is a hard reset. This is like hitting the power button. This is not a soft boot. This is a hard boot, friend. Let's find out what's going on for you, fire family, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about a brand new sale I have on for readings that are pre-recorded, and I'll tell you about the live readings as well. We're going to talk about the. I'll show you how to get to the membership as well if you're interested in the extended. All right, let's find out what's going on. There's one card. Tell me about Aries, please. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. There's another card. One more. And then we'll get at this with tarot once we get past the oracles here. Give us the overall energy for Aries in their reset. Tell me what's resetting for Aries, please. Okay. There we go. Let's look at the bottom first. Oh, look at this. We've got love. Why is that? We've got someone is leaving your life. Okay. So it could be maybe those two things are related. Maybe they're not. We'll see as we keep reading. It says the apple, temptation will test you. Well, very interesting. So it feels like somebody's going to be tempted. It could be you that's being tempted, right? It feels like that there is going to be somebody possibly leaving your life in love, Aries. Maybe that hasn't happened yet, but it feels like somebody already knows it. I'm not predicting that your relationship is over. What I'm saying is you already know that this is bubbling under the surface. There's something here that's gurgling under the surface and you already know it. And possibly you're feeling tempted because maybe there is a relationship that's going sideways here. We have a needle and a thread. A sincere wish will be granted. So what is your wish, I will ask. And the scales, keep your life in balance. So I feel like this reset for you is going to be challenging. You're going to be asked to try and keep your life in balance while something is breaking. And it does feel like it could have something to do with love. It could be platonic love. It could be a friendship, but it could be romantic love as well. So we'll talk about that. Let's get a deck of cards for you. Tell me about Aries, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. You never fail to bring the action, friend. Let's find out what's going on. Tell me about the apple. Tell me about the apple for Aries. What's the temptation? Oh boy. All right. Well, the devil is here. It does feel like it is a temptation. It could be something sexual. It could be something... It's the reason there is a temptation here. I feel it's because something is not going right. It feels like you have doubt about something, or something has turned toxic or codependent. Tell me about the needle and thread. Sincere wish will be granted. What's the wish? We've got the high priestess. I'm going to say you already know, but the high priestess is someone who's keeping it quiet. There's like some sort of internal wish that you're having here. The scales, keeping your life in balance, is telling me hold on for dear life, friend. I feel like you need to hold back. Whatever it is that you're about to do, I feel like if you hold back, it ends up being an easier reset for you. It feels like if you hold back or hold on and try and keep your life in balance, it feels like a sincere wish will be granted. And I feel like you know that already, or the sincere wish is something that's being kept quiet. But this temptation will test you thing with the devil showing up is not the greatest news. I'm just going to say. What is this? We've got the 10 of Pentacles. It could be a financial thing. Okay. Well, that kind of changes the flavor a little bit too. So for some of you, this could be Oh, something that's tangled with love. Okay, are you married to a business partner, or are you dating a business partner, or has somebody got their fingers in your business? I'm going to say your business, like your financial business, or possibly we're talking about family business or family legacy business, family money. You might be trying to set yourself up financially in order to be able to have financial legacy for your family. And it feels like there is somebody here who's trying to tempt you or test you. It's like I saw something on TV the other day where a guy was getting into a relationship with the girl, and the guy had like perfect credit, like the highest amount of credit you could ever have, perfect credit. And she was badgering him to buy her a $5,000 bag. And he was like, no. And she's like, well, what's the point of having good credit if you're not going to use it? Go buy me the $5,000 bag. And he's like, no, I'm not using my credit that way. It feels like this when it comes to money. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like you're the one that's trying to stack away money, trying to save money for a rainy day, or build a foundation, a financial foundation for your future or for your children. And somebody here's got their fingers in the pie. It feels like somebody here is tempting you by saying, look, we should sell this 2,000 square foot house and buy a 5,000 square foot house. We should sell the the car that we've had for 3 years, and we should buy a brand new Lamborghini because you have perfect credit. It feels like this is going on with someone that you have a deep bond with. So I'm going to say whether that is romantic or platonic for you, I feel like I'm supposed to tell you, keep it in balance and hold back. This person's not going to like it. I feel like you need to treat this request with the utmost respect or silence, because I feel like somebody here is leaning on you. It feels like they are somebody who has learned to lean on you financially because they are financially irresponsible. This could be a sister or a brother or a partner or somebody you began dating. This could be a spouse, right? It feels like somebody here is testing you, and it feels like they're testing you. They're testing your longevity with them. They're testing your future with them. It almost is like they're sort of giving you this really, I'm going to say toxic or screwed up energy of, well, if you don't give it to me, then I'm just going to break the chains. It feels like it's a chain that is binding you to them. Do you know what I mean? It feels like somebody here is trying to get you to do something financially for them, or for the future of both of you. And I feel like this person, yeah, they're trying to talk you into spending your legacy. You might be a good saver. You might be someone who's been saving for a down payment on something, or somebody who wants to save money to put it in trust for the children or the grandchildren or something like that. You're building it, and they're trying to spend it as fast as you're building it. We do have the Page of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which I'm going to put back in the deck because I feel like I should. But I'm going to say this is something you've built over a long period of time. This is something that you've built financially because you have a good job, because you have a lot of smarts, because you're very strategic with your money and your financial planning. I'm going to say that you have everything that you have because you're very strategic. Now, this Page of Cups here tells me that I feel as though there is something that kind of surprises you or shocks you. Now, the page is always about good news. So I feel like it surprises you and shocks you. It feels like it comes out of nowhere, or that it was something that you were feeling was going to happen. I feel like somebody is going to try and talk you out of money. That's what it feels like. And this feels like somebody who is codependent on you. So you might be the breadwinner, or you might be the person who makes a lot of money, but you live on a certain budgeted money, and you put the rest in the bank because you're trying to save it for the future, or for the future of your children. Tell me why the devil is here for Aries. We've got the Knight of Swords. We've got the Page of Swords in the reverse, and the Tower. Ooh, this is a revealing moment, friend. Someone's being revealed for who they really are. They are quite, I feel, trying to manipulate you verbally about this. This is somebody who might be a member of your family, someone you're married to, someone who is in your family. It could be an older child. It could be anybody, really, if they're in your family. somebody who is in your legacy. I'm going to say with the Page of Swords being in the reverse, somebody is not very good with their words. They're not very good with their words. They're not very observant. So I feel like you're smart enough that you're going to be able to figure out the situation. I don't think I need to warn you is what I'm saying. I think you're smart enough to figure out who I'm talking about. And when it comes up, if it comes up in the future, and this is not applying to you right now, if it comes up, because this is a general reading, you're going to know who I'm talking about. I feel like when you do figure out who this is, it's going to be shocking or surprising. I'm going to say that it feels like it is somebody that you already have a bond with. So whatever this bond is to you, you're all looking at this reading as a general reading through a different lens. Some of you through love, some of you through friendship, some of you through family. So it feels like this Knight of Swords here tells me that something happens very quickly, very aggressively. Someone comes at you aggressively with their words. This possibly feels like a threat. Like this feels like, fine, if you're just not going to support my endeavor, if you're not going to support my business, if you're not going to give me money, if you're not going to buy me the Jag, if you're not going to upgrade the house and you're just going to sit on this pot of money that you keep putting in the bank, then what am I here for? Maybe I need a divorce. Like it feels like somebody here, like the tower falls, everything shifts. But I think that the tower is falling because it's breaking the chains that are binding you. This is your reset, Aries. I feel like you are resetting your life in a way where you have decided that I'm no longer going to be bossed around. And I don't think Aries ever gets bossed around, but I feel like there's probably someone in your life who plays on you because you are their father, or you are their mother, or you are their sister or brother, or you are married to them. It feels like this is maybe a best friend. Tell me about the needle and thread. Tell me about this sincere wish that will be granted. Let's talk about that. We've got the 10 of Wands. We've got the World card. Very interesting. And the Queen of Pentacles. It does feel like the wish that is going to be granted is, I feel like something has become very heavy for you, Aries, but I feel like you're not saying anything. Because you're a person who feels like, look, I got big shoulders. I'm not going to let anybody see what's going on the surface. I feel like you've been carrying around some sort of financial burden for a while. Maybe you have ended your financial burden. I'm just going to say the World card is here with the Queen of Pentacles. It feels like you have ended some sort of financial burden that you had been carrying around for possibly years. We have 10 years. We have 4 years. We have 1 year. It feels like you have been carrying around some sort of financial burden that you have finally brought to an end. And maybe now you're beginning to see a surplus. So it feels like this is something that is enough for you to carry on into the future where you really don't have to worry about money. As long as you're careful, as long as you're not a person who just spends it all over the place. But I feel like the way that you're supposed to keep in balance is by holding back. Don't let whoever this is, they could be a Capricorn, they could be a Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Don't let this person talk you into whatever they're trying to talk you into. The temptation is they're trying to test you. They're testing you with the relationship they have with you, which I think is a little bit sinister by itself. It feels like somebody here is trying to use their relationship with you. Maybe it's marriage, maybe it's friendship, maybe it's best friend, a member of the family. They're trying to, I think this is going to surprise you, honestly. It's going to be surprising that this person is going to come at you. Oh, but I love you. Oh, but we're married. Oh, but you know, it feels like this person comes at you using this manipulation, emotional manipulation to get what they want out of you, to try and break down whatever it is that you've been saving for, or whatever financial, it almost feels like, it does feel like somebody here is trying to, like put money in the bank in trust for children or grandchildren or something like that. So keeping your life in balance, the Queen of Swords is coming out. Ooh, boy. I'm going to say if the Queen of Swords is coming out and the Four of Pentacles is here, please try and hold back your words. I'm going to say that your words can be damaging. Whatever you say will transform the situation for good or for bad. When the Queen of Swords is in the upright, she is somebody who is spitting the truth, right? But in the purpose of her saying the truth is to bring harmony and balance. I'm just going to tell you the truth because these are the facts and we can't get by the facts. But when the Queen of Swords is in the reverse, all bets are off. Come at me, bro. Like if you want me to be this person, then go ahead and keep pushing. It feels like you're trying to hold back your words in order to keep balance. We've got the Six of Wands here, I feel like somebody here has come from a financial hardship. That it's been, this to me, the Six of Wands is part of the dark night of the soul, because when you are in the Six of Wands, you've come out of the hardship of being through the war, through the fight. It feels like you've been fighting for your financial stability most of your life, and now that you're finally looking at a place in your life where you could be coming into some sort of financial stability and maybe a little bit more for your children, it feels like you're in at the point in your life where you're beginning to see a little bit of success, but it feels like you come limping in, if you know what I mean. Like, it feels like it's been a hard cycle for you. Ooh boy, yikes. Look, somebody here is going to have a sword fight. And I don't mean that in the literal sense, of course. I mean that when I see the King and the Queen of Swords together, to me, it's a fight intellectually. I feel like you probably have an air sign placement. You don't have to, because just know that the King of Swords is somebody who can be brutal, like brutal with their words. I feel like whether you are the King or the Queen of Swords, somebody here felt like they needed to slip into the Queen of Swords reverse energy in order to take on the King of Swords. So I feel like there's somebody in your life who really cuts you with their words, or likes to say things that are particularly cut you deeply. It feels like that. I'm going to say you're a person who's had a tough life, and you're finally coming out of the stage of your life where things are getting a little easier. And this person is trying to put pressure on you to give them what they want financially, is what it feels like. You're finally out of the woods financially. You have this stability. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is sovereign. I have what I need, and then I have a little bit extra. You know, I'm paying off my mortgage earlier than usual. I feel like this person comes at you and says, look, I want to upgrade the house. I want to upgrade the car. I want to do whatever. I want to take this trip. It's going to cost us 10 grand. It feels like you're not in agreement with it. And it feels like this person is playing on your emotions. Tell me what the Page of Cups is here. We've got the Seven of Cups. Do you really love me or do you not? I'm just going to say, somebody here is like, why would someone who loves me, Two Cups, make this decision? It feels like somebody's putting emotional pressure on you. This could even be a mother or a father. Maybe you're somebody who's doing better than your parents did, and they're trying to say, well, it's time for you to upgrade my house. It's time for you to pay off my mortgage. And you're like, look, I'm just trying to save money for my family. It feels like you are trying to make an emotional decision that could possibly end up in regret. And so it feels like it's hard for you to know what to do. I think what you're going to do is you're going to consider their request and explore it. It feels like you're going to measure the risks. You're going to measure the risks between fire and water. Fire and water to me are temperance, right? Fire and water. And it feels like you want to heal the situation, but you're really going to do it carefully. I feel like you're going to make this decision carefully. It feels like you're curious about what their plight is, and you're going to look at it in terms of, will I be regretting this move if I do whatever the request is? Because this Chariot energy here tells me that you're very disciplined. You're very disciplined. You're moving towards your success finally in this life. And I feel like someone is going to roll up on you and say, what about me? You said that when you started hitting the big time, or when you started making more money, or when you finally paid off your mortgage or your car, that you were going to buy one for me. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Now, I'm just going to put this one down here because the Nine of Swords is here, and the Nine of Swords with the King is the 10. I feel like somebody is betraying you, friend. It feels like that. They're betraying you, and I feel like they're coming at you aggressively, and it's going to cause a tower. It's temptation to comply with them, whether this is romantic related, financial related. This could be a long-term relationship that you're in. It feels like somebody here is tempting you, but they're threatening you with their words. Like, okay, fine, if you're not going to do this, then I just want a divorce. If you're not going to support me financially. I don't know. We got the Nine of Pentacles here. Maybe you're not so, maybe you're even considering that. Maybe this has been going on for a while. Look, we got a lot of Pentacles here, and those are years for me. Maybe this has been going on for years, and you're just coming to a place where you're kind of over it. You're just seeing it now. That's what it is. You're just seeing it now. Everything is coming into the light. You've built yourself, my friend. Confidence, reputation, money. You've built yourself. And I feel like somebody here is showing their true colors. Look, we're going to go into the extended. If you want to be there, I'm going to clarify all of this. I'm going to put down 3 cards here. It's going to tell us what is coming next, or what might happen next. It could be an outcome as well. If you want to be in the extended, then please look in the pinned comment at the top of the comments. There is a link. Click on read more, and you will have a link there that will show you how to get to the membership. If you're interested, I also do private reads, not private reads, but membership reads only there. If you're interested in that, along with the extendeds that you get at least 4 a month for 1 sign. If you're interested in a private read, there's a brand new sale. So the new sale is 10% off of the pre-recorded readings. I'm always giving sales on the phone and video reads, but the live reads, but this one is going to be for pre-records. Please go take a look at Hypsee. Click on the link there. You'll see my pricing. I've also created a package that is just for this, specifically the reset. I feel like your reset here, friend, is that you're going through some sort of relationship drama because somebody's trying to force you to make some sort of decision because of the chains that bind you. Marriage, friendship, family, because it's an expectation they have that you must do it because you are bound to them in a certain way. Ah, look at that. The 8 of Pentacles. Remember I put it back in the deck at the beginning? I felt like we didn't need it. And I think it's because we are supposed to be looking at it as whatever we're going to be talking about in the extended. Got the 8 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. I feel like in the future, you are really going to... You're really going to consider this. I feel like you're not saying yes or no at this point. We'll find out in the extended. But it feels like what you're considering is possibly just breaking those chains that bind you. I feel like the future with the 5 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands tells me that moving into the future, the ships that coming in might be a little bit of regret or sadness because it feels like you've worked so hard on yourself, so hard on your financial wealth, so hard on giving time, effort, energy, money to the right people. And then somebody comes along and tries to claim it as their own, no matter what their capacity is in your life. I don't know that you're ready to do it. I feel like I was looking at the 3 cups here, the 2 and the 2 and the page. They could be saying, well, you know what? If you're not going to take care of me, then I'll find someone who will. Maybe I'll bring in a third party. Got the 5 of Swords. I'm just saying it's an argument that is going to get dirty. I'm going to go into the extended. If you'd like to be there, then I will see you there. And if I don't see you there, that's cool because I'll be back. Because I'm always back. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.